Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family, and today it's a bit of a catch-up from the week's news. I'm hearing that Harry and Meghan will both attend and that the palace's focus is on trying to work out how to incorporate Archie into the ceremony. I cannot believe this. Surely Harry and Meghan have got to come up with a child that will basically do what they're supposed to do and not ruin the day. So I don't believe this at all. I don't think that there would be a role for Archie. I think that Meghan is putting this out, Meghan's team. King Charles was only at his mother's coronation for a very brief period of time, just to witness the coronation, and then he was taken away into another room so that he didn't have to sit around for hours or even be part of the procession. So my thoughts are that this is Meghan's team putting this out about the palace wanting a role for Archie. I don't believe the palace want a role for Archie. I believe Meghan wants a role for Archie. Similar to when she put it out there that the Queen had made her a birthday cake, or the Queen's team had made her a birthday cake. No. If it is true, and they manage to find a child actor who can play the part, then many will give up on the monarchy. I was told that the palace are still getting evidence together regarding the surrogacy. The fact that the subject has been in the media a lot makes me think that they are preparing for the big reveal. But this is not the biggest reveal. This also does not tie in with Archie having a role. So this is Meghan's team again throwing ideas out there to get their remaining fans to demand that Archie has a role. So we previously heard that Harry and Meghan were being kept well away from the proceedings and they were going to be part of the general public. Now I'm hearing from another source that Harry and Meghan will both be there but separate. As I said, we're going to be kept guessing right up until the morning of the actual event, I think. Prince William has announced that former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has joined his Earthshot Prize charity as a trustee. So I doubt that Harry and Meghan would be particularly pleased about that, because she was supposed to be quite good friends with them. So this is about 4 months after Jacinda appeared to publicly distance herself from Harry and Meghan. This was over their Netflix docuseries, Live to Lead, and this featured an interview with Jacinda. Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand did imply that they were close to Jacinda Ardern, but it doesn't look so nowadays. William is aiming to scale up his worldwide eco-initiatives. He says, and I quote, "It is an honour to welcome Jacinda to the Earthshot Prize team. Her lifelong commitment to supporting sustainable and environmental solutions, along with her experience as Prime Minister of New Zealand, will bring a rich infusion of new thinking to our mission." He then goes on to say that 4 years ago, before the Earthshot Prize had even had a name, that Jacinda was one of the first people he had spoken to, and he says that her encouragement and advice was crucial to the prize's early success. And he says, and I quote, "I am hugely grateful to her for joining us as she takes the next steps in her career." So he's helping her career. And then Jacinda says that she was humbled to be working with the Earthshot team. I didn't know this, but Jason North, who worked for Harry and Meghan and also for William and Catherine, and was the one that accused Meghan of bullying palace staff in a leaked 2018 email, is also a trustee. Jacinda was first connected to Harry and Meghan in 2018 when she met them during their tour of the South Pacific, just after they had married. So this was when Meghan had announced that she was expecting her first baby, and during their New Zealand tour, Jacinda, if we remember, really praised Meghan for carrying out royal engagements while pregnant. And she said, and I quote, "It's just increased my respect for the role that she's playing at such an often tiring time. I have real empathy and I think she's incredible." End quote. So Jacinda was really gushing over Meghan and singing Meghan's praises back then. And now it seems as if she's been markled or ghosted. And I'm surprised that William has given her this position, but there is obviously a reason behind this. So Harry and Meghan were very close with her, and Meghan was gifted earrings, and they were said to have stayed in regular contact ever since that 2018 tour. Meghan also described Ardern as one of her forces for change during her guest editorship of British Vogue's September 2019 issue, and this featured a portrait of Jacinda along with other inspirational women on the cover. So it was after Harry and Meghan had made the decision to leave the monarchy and went public with their love story, their Netflix show called Harry and Meghan, and it was then they announced a new show which they would be fronting called Live to Lead. So it's interesting that Jacinda Ardern has signed up to work pretty closely with Prince William. Prince Harry is due to return to the High Court in London in June regarding his claim against the phone hacking allegations. Prince Harry's PR team has suggested that he admitted to taking drugs when applying for an American visa. He's come under pressure from the Heritage Foundation to say whether he made a declaration after writing about his use of various drugs. The Heritage Foundation says his visa application should be published to ensure no favours were granted to Harry. Now, sources close to Harry are saying that he was truthful on his visa application. Harry's book also implied that he continued to use illegal drugs since moving to the USA in 2020. He was basically singing the praises of one drug and saying that it, and I quote, "it was the cleaning of the windshield, removal of life's filters," and how it removed all the filters for him and brought him a sense of relaxation, release, comfort, and a lightness that he managed to hold on to for a period of time. Well, if he had all those feelings, which you can get if you're just living a normal life without an oppressive person, so maybe the darkness, when that came back, it wasn't anything to do with the drug. It was probably to do with being married to Meghan. And his friends are saying that the trust is gone between Harry and the palace, and that all bridges have been burnt between him and his family. So there's not going to be any reunion from the sounds of it. And for Prince Harry to now say that bonding stories about Prince William and Catherine are rubbish, quite a hurtful thing to say to them when it's obvious to everyone. We didn't just see photographs, we saw videos of them all together, and there was definitely a bond between them. Almost sounds as if it's a different person. He wrote, and I quote, "The papers published florid stories about the moment I realised Willie and Kate were well matched. The moment I appreciated the depth of their love and thus decided to gift Willie the ring I'd inherited from Mummy." And he goes on describing this and about the bonding of all three of them. And he said it was absolute rubbish and none of it ever happened. And now an interesting piece of news is that Rose Hanbury's son, Lord Oliver Cholmondeley, who is 13 years of age, he will be one of King Charles's pages. And we know that Rose Hanbury was the woman who was linked with Prince William. One person started a rumour about an affair and it just took off. There has never been any evidence about this affair, and a lot of people believe that it was non-existent. I believe that something happened to make Catherine actually insist that she and William cut off their socialising with the couple, and I believe that maybe there were problems within the marriage, and maybe it was a time where Prince William as a friend was a good listening ear, and maybe something was misinterpreted, especially if a woman is in a bad marriage and vulnerable. Something could have been misinterpreted. Maybe there was enough to cause concern for Catherine. That's my theory on it. I don't think anything untoward happened because, for a start, I don't think that Catherine's sister, Pippa, would have called her daughter Rose if there had been any real affair. That spoke volumes to me. But the fact that King Charles is having that child as a page, I think, shows the world that there is no problem there. So, let me have your thoughts on this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.